day traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 801st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight's video is being filmed on Monday night for Trading Tuesday. That would be November 29, 2011. Traders, where we left off in our last video, we discussed the 200 bar moving average on U.S. indices. I showed you a bunch of charts, and what we said was we expected markets to pull back towards the 200 bar moving average leading into Thanksgiving. Then when Thanksgiving's over, we expect a rally back out, and that is exactly what is beginning to happen, and I'd like to show that to you in today's lesson. Before we go further, remember this, traders, and we all need to know this: futures trading is extremely risky and can cause substantial financial loss if you do not have risk capital to lose, if you do not understand the risks behind this game, and if you do not recognize that a stop is your best friend, you should not be trading the futures. But for you cowboys out there that understand the risks, rock and roll, we got a great show for you tonight. What we have on the board, first of all, is a green omni, and we love those green omnis. That means the market is expected to go up on Tuesday. What is on the board? As we know, anyone who's been trading for the last 8-10 weeks knows this: the dollar index lately is king. If the dollar goes up, everything else but bonds go down, and vice versa. That's what we've seen lately, right? And if the dollar goes down, everything else goes up. So the dollar we know is king, and we're going to look at that. We always sell double tops on weekly bar charts. When you have a top, and then of course when you reach another top on that chart and they're almost equal in price, usually a pullback takes place. We know this. On weekly bar charts, we always sell double tops, and we will look at a chart to illustrate that. And then, of course, where we left off on our last video before Thanksgiving holiday was this: U.S. indices and the 200 bar moving average. Now, we did get that pullback towards the 200 bar moving average, just about kissed it in the S&P, and I'm going to show you some illustrations on that. Traders, if you like the illustrations I'm about to show you and you like the analysis I'm giving you in this video, come on down to my site. It's livewithoscar.com. Jump into my free trading room and allow me to help you become a better analyst, which should in turn make you a much better trader. Now, let's go look at some charts. Let's look at the dollar index being king. Let's see why I'm telling you about the double tops. We'll see how many of you even noticed it this week. And let's go take a look at the U.S. indices and the 200 bar moving average. Traders, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, we are looking at the E-mini S&P weekly bar chart. Each one of these lines, or green lines here, represents 1 week's worth of trading. What you'll recognize is we are still in a very strong parallel channel, which is bullish, but look at the 200 bar moving average, and look what's happened. Thanksgiving week started, we headed right down towards it, stopped right there, and took off on Monday. Just as we would have expected, right down to testing the 200 bar moving average, somewhere near down here at the bottom of the parallel channel. So we are finding support in the E-mini S&P at or around the 200 bar moving average on your weekly bar chart. And again, we did discuss this in our last video before Thanksgiving, and this is what happened. So far, the analysis is panning out exactly as it was supposed to. Let's look at another graph. The Dow Jones Transportation Average, deemed the leader of U.S. indices, another weekly bar chart. What happened once again? Another run towards the 200 bar moving average during the Thanksgiving holiday week. It stopped cold and took off on Monday. So far, lots of respect has been paid to this average over this year, and it looks like it will continue to pay respect to the 200 bar. So we have a bullish look going for Tuesday's trading in the leader, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. When you look at the Dow Jones weekly, it's the same thing, the Dow Jones Industrial Average on a weekly, but it really pays respect to the 200 bar moving average. Look at this picture. Until we broke it and dropped all the way down to the lows of 2009 in the middle of the crash, we maintained levels above the 200 bar moving average. When it got back up to it, it barely tested it, had the severe crash. Since then, it's come up to it, just about touched it, broke, came back above it, touched it, held, and had a massive rally. Well, since then, we've come back down to it, and we've held very strong, actually, and now we've rallied back out. That is a great hold of the 200 bar moving average, traders. The Dow weekly and the 200 bar moving average is looking really smart here. Another reason why we have a green Omni for Tuesday, but let's look further. The NASDAQ weekly bar, it never even got close to the 200 bar moving average during that holiday week for Thanksgiving, and all it did was come down towards its major parallel channel. Just to here, turned around Monday and popped right back up. Markets are looking strong here. It looks like we are about to at least come back up here and test some of the previous highs in the NASDAQ. Next chart, very interesting. Traders, we know that the dollar index is king, right? The dollar index is this green bar chart, and then overlaid is a blue one. It's the stock market. You can clearly see that the stock market goes down while the dollar goes up, right? No two ways about that. This one's dollar, this is the stocks. So, if when stocks go down, dollar goes up, and if when dollar goes down, stocks would go up. What does that tell you about this next picture? A double top on the weekly bar in the dollar index, and we always sell double tops. So, if the dollar goes into a double top here and starts to break, the stock market rallies. Gives us another smart reason, another great technical reason for thinking that the indices rally on Tuesday and maybe for the rest of this week, and the dollar index goes down. Let's see if that's what we get. Traders, look at this last double top. Look what happened. Top, top, drop, right? Here we are, top, top. The next thing should be this drop right here. That should propel stocks, and that's what we're hoping to see. Stocks up, dollars down, at least for the next few days. Certainly that's our technical picture for trading on Tuesday. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own homework. Look for the double top on the weekly dollar index, and then go look at the US indices and the 200 bar moving average. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there is my technical argument for why we have the green Omni on Tuesday, and we love those green Omnis. Traders, again, if you like the analysis I just showed you, come on down to my site and hang out with me tomorrow. I am there live in my chat rooms. It's livewithoscar.com. Make sure you join me, and make sure you keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with keeping your emotions at bay is to say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stop soaring! Emotions are out! Yeah, video 801. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.